everyone. It's the Outlaw John Rocha here for the Outlaw Nation with my just finished watching the finale to Stranger Things Season 4 reaction. This is a spoiler reaction, so I am going to spoil some things. So if you haven't watched the finale, do not watch this reaction. Let me tell you right off the bat, I absolutely loved this finale. I am emotionally drenched from the journey this put me through on this July 4th. I mean, Sadie Sink, Millie, Bobby Brown are the MVPs of the season. Look, just about every person, to a man or to a woman, did incredible work throughout all these 9 episodes of season 4. But in this finale, it really is that connection between Max and 11 that comes to the forefront and is really powerfully displayed here with the flashbacks. And then, of course, 11 going in through Max's memories to confront Vecna and having the back and forth with him. That was so incredible. That fight lasted, like 30, 35 minutes, which was so fun to see the different changes in who was winning, who was losing, but just about everybody else, right? Winona Ryder was fantastic. Certainly David Harbour. My God, him picking up that Conan sword and taking care of business in the prison was awesome. Gelman setting fire or Murray rather, setting fire to those creatures there from the upside down was so awesome. Ivan coming through with the helicopter was a great sequence as well. But then, Will and Mike and Jonathan, all of them involved in the pizza situation in the van. They'd been kind of short-shrifted, I felt, in the first 7 episodes. They got a little more to do, and certainly they're very essential with getting 11 out of there in the last episode, in episode 8, and now bringing her into a position where she's able to fight Vecna there. So they certainly served their purpose, even though you kind of maybe wanted a little bit more from their storyline. I'll tell you this, Steve, Nancy, and Robin were absolutely great in their sequence of the storyline as well, going into the house, cutting off the sawed-off shotgun. That was pretty awesome. And throwing the Molotov cocktails. They were pretty badass. And, of course, seeing Steve and Nancy coming together a little bit more, seeing, the conversations in the RV and all of that, him telling her, the thing I didn't tell you is that you're in my equation with that. I loved you. I always loved you. If we had met now, I think we'd have been in a better situation. And that's one of the great things about the Duffer brothers. First of all, the direction here was incredible. The writing was fantastic here for this episode, but the way they're able to take these characters that you maybe aren't 100% on board with when you first get to meet them, and through exposure, through the changes, through the writing, and through the development of the characters, and the actor, of course, doing a great job developing the character with their performance, you start to really care about. And Steve, who we kind of didn't like in the first season, seeing him come around now to be someone that we all absolutely champion and were afraid might die in this battle with Vecna for sure. Certainly, it seems like maybe Steve and Nancy are going to end up together at the end of season 5, if Steve survives season 5. We shall see. And of course, Jonathan and Will had a fantastic moment there, talking about their brotherhood and missing each other. I was recently watching just randomly some clips of Boy Meets World and seeing the connection there between Will Friedle and Savage there, Ben Savage. Their connection, it kind of mirrored what I was seeing here. This idea that the older brother is telling the younger brother, I miss hanging out with you. I miss us. So it's kind of a change for Will, who was missing Mike, and saying how much he missed Mike and the friendship of Mike. So seeing all of that was really good as well. And I thought Robin, Maya Hawke, you close your eyes and it's Uma Thurman. It kind of is mind-blowing. The speech patterns, everything is the same. And I thought she was great as well, having her moment there in the sporting goods store, for lack of a better term, really an army surplus store there with that girl. And then later on when they're doing the PB&J, it's a nice little awkward moment. I think we all could have guessed that girl and her boyfriend broke up. And Erica Sinclair and Lucas, Erica and Lucas were fantastic. Lucas broke me. That was the moment where I finally cried. Lucas holding Max and screaming for his sister, rather. Just the tears and the honesty and his acting in that moment just wrecked me. And really, I'd be remiss not to mention the greatness of Eddie and Dustin. Eddie and Dustin were such a great team. And Eddie getting up on that trailer and playing that Metallica song. Oh my God, that was fucking legend. Absolute legend. And then later when he stops himself and he doesn't run away and he stands there and he fights. And then when Dustin comes and finds him and he says, I didn't run. That just broke me too, man. That was such a sweet, honest moment, because so many times people want to judge. So many times people want to look at a book, judge a book by its cover, rather, and not know that there's a human being inside. And seeing that in that moment, seeing him having his own struggles, his own fight, him wanting to make a stand to mean something to himself. He did it for himself, and also to help and to fight people. But he was also doing it to kind of prove that he wasn't a coward. And him giving that to Dustin, I thought was really, really powerful. The only two quibbles that I have really is that I don't know about Will. I'm starting to have questions about Noah Schnapp and his ability to match the emotional levels that the other actors are doing. It may be the writing for some of his characters a little bit. He hasn't been a big part of things every season, even though he is character-wise a big part. We don't necessarily always see him as much as we see the other actors and the other characters. So I wonder going into season 5, because I wasn't 100% blown away by him. Yes, did he have a great moment in the van when he's opening up to Mike, essentially telling him, without telling him, that he's gay? All of that is there. It was really powerful, but I would have liked to have seen some more stuff from him. And my other quibble here is, although it was nice to see Max come back, I kind of feel like if people die, you got to let them die. We're seeing a little too much of the pull the wool over your eyes type thing, and have you believe someone's dead when, oh, look, a miracle, they're not dead. So it was a little bit that I thought was a little bit of convenient decision there to let us have the emotion of losing Max and then having Eleven bring her back after we'd all experienced the emotion for like 5 minutes watching the show to bring her back. So a little bit of a quibble, even though Sadie sings incredible. So having her back for season 5 is going to be very interesting, especially if it's a Pet Cemetery homage. That would be super fascinating. And that she's helping Vecna. Oh, man, that could be something really interesting to explore with a lot of conflict and storylines. But in the end, I'm very, very satisfied. A 2-hour and 20-minute finale that for me zipped by because of the great performances, great direction, the great writing here. What did you think about the finale for Stranger Things season 4? The piggyback. Let me know down there in the comments section below. Hit a like on this video, share it on your social media, and put that hashtag The Outlaw Nation on it when you do that. I'd appreciate it. And I want to hear your thoughts. I love reading y'all's thoughts. You guys are fantastic in breaking things down. So let me know what you thought about it all there as well. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Help me get to that 25,000 subscribers here on the Outlaw Nation channel. I'd appreciate it. All right, y'all, take care of yourselves. Be well. And I'll talk to you next time with another video and a brand new season down the road here of Stranger Things here on the Outlaw Nation. Take care.